Hello all, this is a demonstration to show how UML tools can be used to prepare class diagrams, sequence diagram, forward and reverse engineering, and code skeletons. My name is Narsimha. I will be explaining class diagrams and sequence diagrams. My friend Saurabh will be explaining the rest part. There are so many UML tools available. We have selected star UML. To create class diagrams in star UML, we need to go to untitled, right click on that, then we need to go to add diagrams. Then select class diagrams. Now we need to select packages. On clicking, packages will appear. Increase the size of the package so that all the classes that we are going to create can fit in it. We can rename the package. We are creating a class diagram of ATM systems. I have renamed the package as ATM systems. Now to create class, we need to go to class, click here, class will be appeared. Naming of the class is simple. We need to take and type the class name. To add attributes to the class, go to, we have option here which shows add attribute. Click on that. Bank has attribute of code which is of type data type int. To add other attributes, click on plus. Another attribute of bank is address. Its data type is string. To add operations to the bank, right click, then go to add, then go to operation. The operation performed by the bank is manages. To add another operation, click on plus. Maintains is another operation. Now we will be creating another class named as ATM. ATM has attributes of location. Location data type is string, and it has another data type called as managed. Its data type is also string. To add operations, we need to right click, go to add, then go to operations. ATM has two operations, identifies and transactions. We have another class named as debit card. To add attributes debit card, click here. Debit card has attributes of card number. Data type of card number is int, and owned by another data attributes. Owned by data type is string. To add operations, go to add, then operations. Operations performed by debit card is access. Now we will create another class called as customer. Attributes of customer are name. Data type of name is string. Address. Data type of that is string. And date of birth. Data type of that is int. Now adding operation performed by the customer. Customer as an operation of once. Now we have another class called account. The attributes of account are type of account, the data type is string, and owner of the account. The data type that owner is also string. Now adding operations performed by the to add operations, right click, go to add, then go to operations. Check check balance is a operation performed by the account. Then we have another class named as ATM transactions. Attributes of ATM transactions are transaction ID. Transaction ID data type is int. And date of transaction, the data type of that is int. And type of account through which transaction has been made. The data type of that is string. Now the operations performed by the ATM transactions are update. Here account is a superclass. Here account is a superclass. To add subclasses, we need to right click on that. We have options to add subclasses. Account has two subclasses. One is called as savings account. The attributes of savings account are account number. The data type of that is integer. Now we need to add operations. Operations performed by the savings account are debit and credit. The other subclass is checking account. The attributes of checking account are account number. The data type of that is integer. Now we are going to add operations. The operations performed here are debit and credit. ATM transactions is also a superclass. So it is also having two subclasses. One subclass is known as withdrawal. Withdrawal transactions. The attributes of withdrawal transactions are amount. The data type of amount is integer. And the operation performed by that is withdrawal. The other subclass is transfer transactions. transfer transactions. The attributes of transfer transactions are amount, the data type of that is int, and account number. The data type of that is also int. Transfer transaction does not has any operation to be performed. We need to align this in a straight line. Now we will be assigning associations between the classes. Association between bank and ATM is named as maintains. And multiplicity between ATM and bank is 1. Bank will be having one ATM and the ATM will be always related to a single bank. Association now between bank and debit card. Bank will be and association name is manages. The multiplicity is 1 or more. Bank will be giving one or more debit cards. All the debit cards will be applicable to only one bank. Now association between debit card and customer. The association name is owns. Customer can have zero or many debit cards. A debit card can have one or many customers. Now association between bank and customer is association name is named as has. The multiplicity between customer and bank is bank can have one or more customers. Customer will be having exactly one bank. Now association between credit card and account, debit card and account, sorry. Association name is provides access. The multiplicity here is one or more, that too zero or many. Directed association is between ATM transactions and account. Multiplicity of ATM transaction is zero or more. Account can have zero or more ATM transactions. ATM transaction will be having exactly one account. Now association between bank ATM and ATM transactions is named as identifies. The multiplicity between ATM and ATM transaction is ATM can have zero or many more ATM transactions. ATM transactions will be having exactly one ATM. Now association between customer and account is named as has. Customer can have one or more accounts. Accounts will be having one or more customers. This is the way how association between different classes has been done. Now we need to create a code skeleton for this. So UML star UML provides us a facility through that. Here we have options as called as tools. You can click on that and go to extension manager. On clicking on that, you will be able to see different programming languages through which we can in which our the classes we have created will be converted into that language. I have pre-installed Java so that our classes can the classes which we have created will be generated in Java. For that we need to close this, go to tools, then click on Java, then generate. Now we need to select the model which of whose we need code we want. Click on model, then OK. Here we need to select the folder in which all the Java file need to be developed. So I have created a folder as ATM system in D drive. I'll click on that, select folder. Now all the Java files of all the classes will be generated in the in the D folder of ATM in the D drive of ATM system folder. Click on ATM system folder, model 1. We can see that all the Java files of all the classes have been generated. Account, ATM transaction, ATM, bank, customer, debit card, savings account. I will be showing one by one all the Java files. By clicking on that, we will be able to open the Java file. This is the Java file of ATM. This is the Java file of accounts. And this is the Java file of ATM. These are all code skeletons written in Java. Java code skeleton of class bank. Customer. All these classes will are having a public class. Debit card. Savings account. All these classes are having public because in UML you could see that on clicking on model we will see here that we have given public. We can give even protected private. As we have given public, all the classes generated will be of public. This was the video on how UML tools can be used to generate class diagrams and generate code. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Today, I am going to draw a sequence diagram for a ATM system. So, to draw the sequence diagram, I am going to use a tool called Star UML. It's a free software. So, to draw a sequence diagram, I'm going to right click on title uh, then add diagram. As you can see, there are many options like we can select any, we can select class diagram, package diagram, use case diagram, sequence diagram, uh, activity diagram, ER diagram, and many more are available in this tool. Uh, and since I am drawing a sequence diagram, I am going to select a sequence diagram. So once I select a sequence diagram, you can see the different options available for sequence diagram, like a lifeline message, self message, reply message, and all. And also some advanced interactions are also available, like found message, lost message, and all. Some annotations like text note, uh, hyperlink, etc. are available in this tool. So my first, uh, I'm going to use lifeline, uh, draw the sequence diagram. So uh, my first lifeline is going to be the customer. So the lifeline basically represents the different objects that interact with each other in the system. My next lifeline is going to be ATM machine. And the next one is account. The last lifeline is checking amount. So, uh, whenever the customer enters the ATM machine, he first inserts the ATM card. So the first message is going to be insert ATM card from customer to ATM machine. So once the customer enters the ATM card into the machine will request for uh, PIN. So the message will be request PIN. So uh, once the customer will see the message, he will enter the PIN, and the message will be gone as PIN entered. Once the PIN is entered, the ATM will send a verification message to the account saying verify PIN. So once the entered PIN is valid, then the mess- uh, then account will send message to the ATM as PIN accepted. So once the PIN gets accepted, the ATM will send for a customer to select the options whether he want to withdraw or check money and or other things. So the message will be request option. So uh, the customer will select the option. So the message will be option selected to the ATM machine. Uh, if the option selected by the customer is withdraw money, the ATM will send a message to a customer for to enter amount, how much you want to withdraw. So the message will be request amount. Uh, the customer will now enter uh, desired amount he want to withdraw. So the uh, once the customer will enter the amount, the message will go to the ATM as amount entered. Once the ATM will receive the amount which a customer wants to withdraw, the ATM machine will send uh, process transaction message to account. And the account will send a message to checking amount as withdraw amount. So once the desired amount is withdrawn, the checking amount will send uh, withdraw successful message to the account. An account will in turn send a message to ATM as uh, transaction successful. Once the ATM will receive the message, uh, the ATM will dispense cash. And also uh, it will request the customer to take cash. Once the customer will take a cash, The message will be uh, gone as cash taken to the ATM. Uh, after this message, we'll go to the ATM machine. The machine will ask the customer whether he want to continue uh, with the machine, whether it want to check the balance or need another options. So the message will be request continuation. Extend this lifeline. So the if a customer wants to uh, terminate the process, he will send a message as terminate. Once the ATM will receive the message, the ATM will send to a customer uh, receipt of transaction. So the message will be print receipt. So this will end the process of transaction. So after this, we can save this to a desired file location by giving a name to it. Uh, the the diagram got saved, and this will be the end of the ATM transaction. Thank you.